Howdy everybody, I am Kolik and this is Summer's Lore. Now today, got an interesting, well I did a bunch of math yesterday and I was trying to figure out, what exactly the good things are about where to craft, what to save, what to up on your runes, where you're at, different kind of theories and things like this, and what I came around was actually something pretty interesting. The fact is that I'm not saving enough speed runs, and probably neither are you. So let's dive right into it, and so I can talk about what I had, what my math was, and what my conclusions were. So the best way to tell whether you need a particular style, and by style I mean things like pure speed rune, a bruiser rune, an attacker rune, the various basically styles of kind of runes. So a bruiser rune, be HP, probably with crit rate. You'd like a speed substat maybe, or a crit damage substat. Either of those would be acceptable, but you want it to roll into crit rate, HP. Of course, there are defense percent bruiser runes too. You could run them. The HP bruiser or defense bruiser. Okay. So that's what the main by bruiser rune. A straight speed rune would be speed's the most important stat. It's the only important stat essentially. Um, and to be honest, this occurs a lot more than you think. And there's support runes. Support runes require speed, HP, and accuracy. Okay, so it requires all three, or speed, defense, and accuracy. Okay, there's no qualifications for that. That's a support monster. Its goal is to apply a lot of debuffs. You want to be able to have a lot of applicable stuff, so it needs that accuracy as that third stat. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to roll speed every single time, but you would like it to roll speed every time. Okay, so now the main thing that I'm going to talk about today is speed runes and a little bit into support runes. Okay, so I want to be able to roll a plus 15 speed rune. How much does that cost me in mana for a 15 speed rune? Now, 15 speed rune, you're talking about you need a maximum roll to start with. You on a 5-star. You need a maximum roll to start when you up it to +3, and you need a maximum roll to up it +6. Now, to be efficient, okay, it doesn't matter if on the last roll if you get a +3, a +4, or +5. We get a 13, a 14, and a 15 speed rune on average, of course. Summer's War is RNG based, heavily RNG based, but on average, every time you do one cycle of runes, you'll get a 13, 14, and 15. All right, so let's compare 5 stars and 6 stars. How can we get 14, 15, 13, 14, 15 on 5 stars and a 16, 17, and 18 on 6 stars? How often will it occur? How much will it cost us? All right, so the amount of mana, first off, it's the same amount of runes for each type. It's going to be 36. So 36 runes on average with a base max speed roll will give you one of those, each ones that you want. So 5-star, it'll take you 191k. Wow, that is small. Only 191k mana to get a 13, 14, and a 15 speed run. I had no idea it was so little. I'm not saving these runes. I should be saving these runes for violent. Okay, and this is an important point. You'll have various runes that are important, and the most important types are going to be violent, obviously, despair, swift. Okay, as far as we're talking speed, all right? Violent, despair, swift. After that, for speed runes, we're talking only speed runes and support monsters. The 3 subtypes that we care about are despair, not despair, but will, obviously. Okay, for PvP. Nemesis, Also sometimes for PvP, but for other stuff too. And focus. And focus is mostly for TOA or dungeons. Um, Revenge, well, Necro is speed capped. Okay, so not really on Revenge. All right, everything else can be considered broken. So if a set is considered broken, every set other than that is considered broken. So all Endure, Vampire, everything else, we're all going to lump into one category of broken. So most likely, you don't need broken speed. All right. Problem is just there's too many good rune sets to want to use on too many good monsters to be able to accept broken speed on, well, pretty much any support unit. Okay. The funny thing is I do all the time. Okay, and that's because I'm not getting enough speed on the other ones. It's an important point. So I didn't mention though what Tegos to do is 6 stars. All right, now obviously it's easier to get to 5 stars than 6 stars, crafting or from dungeons. But 6 stars only cost you 261k. Now, this is what the strategy to use these numbers. Okay, so 5 star 191k, 6 star 261k on average. You're taking the rune, which is starts out with max value, upping it, and then if it when you hit +3, if it does not roll maximum speed, you sell it. Okay. Now, if you want to widen your range on what you want to keep, say if it rolls, you're doing a 5-star rune and it rolls +4, and you decide to keep that. Okay. Realize that it will cost you more mana than over these 36 runes, and it will give you an additional basically 12, 13, 14. Okay, so if you want to get, if you want to be able to, if you want to be able to spend more mana, if you want to be able to spend more mana, okay, if you have more mana to spend, you can widen the range and basically get more speed runes out of it. Okay, so this is great because if you're focusing especially on violent, that means that you can say, well, I need to do this, but you've got to be able to take that mana from upping something else. Now, what I'm thinking about, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try out this time for like this whole next month, is I'm not going to basically up any off-spec runes that I don't like. Okay, so a fatal defense percent, even if it has crit rate and crit damage, I'm not gonna up it. I may keep it, put it on a storage somewhere, but I'm not gonna up it. Okay, and by deciding not to up that one rune to +9, that I find will save me 77,000 mana. So basically, I had to make 3.5 of those decisions of runes that I want to store and possibly up later. That sounds doable to me. Alternatively, I could take one rune that goes up to +12 and not do it. So a legendary 6-star, say with double flats, guard, you know, something that's like very rarely going to roll good, because if it's got a double flat, then the chances it's going to roll quadruple into the other two is only 1 in 16 chance. Okay, and that would save me 323k. I could probably find a rune or two that I could just store somewhere on a 4-star that I'm already saving, you know, hoping that they're going to buff it. I could probably find those. I think you can too. Okay, and this is kind of my point. I don't think we're spending our mana efficiently to get the progress we need. Now, I wanted to point this out because, well, I have a lot of monsters that I guess I'm addicted to making 6 stars. You know, I don't know. Anyway, so come through here, and let's take a look at a good support monster, right? And we're going to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and take a look right here at this guy. And first off, you notice he's on broken set. Okay, sure. He's my fastest TOA unit. I have him running as the fastest guy. So take a look at this guy. It's plus 15. I like that. It's plus 15 on that. All right, good. It's plus 20. Yes, it's grinded. And he's plus 10. This is my fastest TOA unit. And his despair is only plus 10 on this side. Wow. That's what it hit me. If that guy's like that, what about Mob? Now Mob is tuned to be, he's violent, okay? But he's going to go like right below, I have him tuned right below the slowest despair user I have for TOA. So what's Mob? Plus 10, plus 8. Okay, this is a lot of hit points. But 0. Wow. I need some more speed runes. And so when I was working this math, I was like, yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to talk about how you can, adjust, what you're trying to do and to basically get more mana out or less mana out, depending on what your problem is. Really, the first problem we have is we're not building enough speedruns, just period. We as a community are not building enough speedruns. And, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead. I got some crafting to do. I have a whole bunch of crafting that I had saved up for a rune-free removal day. So we're going to go through and I'm going to illustrate this. Now, remember that when you're talking about what you want to up and what you want to dump, this is by set, style, and not 6-star or 5-star. Though you can, okay, but by slot, all right? For instance, before I start here, on wrong thing, sorry. I took a look earlier, and I say Nemesis runes. Now, Nemesis is already a good support monster rune. And I look through here, and I have a plus 15 slot 3 and slot 5 that's not being used. But I look through my slot 1s, and I have none. And I have a plus 15 Nemesis in slot 3 that's not being used. So I really don't need much in the form of speed runes. I don't need any 5-star Nemesis speed runes that are blue. I wouldn't keep them, except maybe slot 1. All right. Nemesis is obviously not in high demand, okay, so obviously maybe you don't need it either, and that's perfectly fine. But I might need will, okay, so I'm going to take a look at my wills, and now after free rune removal day, this is a great, you can use all your best runes that you've gotten up over the month, right? Everything will be equipped. So this is a great time to take a look and see exactly what you need, okay? So here I have a support rune. This is a pretty good support rune, right? It rolled into speed, it rolled into HP, it has accuracy. That's great. It didn't roll into speed multiple times, so this is not a good speed rune. So this is not a good rune for, I can do a lot better than this, say, for Orion, okay? Yeah, so you take a look and it's like, okay, yeah, I don't have anything above a 10 on will. Slot 5. That's sitting in storage. So everything above that is being used. And as you can go through here, you can say, well, I can get rid of some of these other runes too, because they simply aren't going to meet. Now I do have a 14 here. It's not being used. That's a support type, so maybe I don't need a will slot 1 5-star runes, but I do need will slot 5 speed runes. Okay? And the reason I say after rune for removal days, maybe I got that rune this month. and I just haven't put it on a monster yet. And it'll be on a new monster, and then the next top one I saw was, I think, 10. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. Sorry. All right. So this one, I know I got this month, right? And it's a 13. Okay. So we're not gonna count that because I know it might go on somebody. So I got a 10 here. I got a 10 there. I got a 17. This has probably been sitting in my inventory for a little bit, probably because it has well, it's got a little HP also. Okay. So I could use wheel slot 1 and slot 5, but not slot 3, 5-star speedruns. And that's kind of how you would go through and take a look at it. Again, this information is not going to be 100% accurate. The day after free removal day, that's the day it's going to be 100% accurate. Okay, so that's the day you really want to go ahead and take a look and see what kind of runes that you want to save up for this month. All right. So let's go ahead and see this little plan of action and see what I can craft. Now I can craft quite a few runes. I've been saving up a bunch, as you can tell. So let's go ahead and start crafting. So, well, obviously I'm going to keep that. Everyone's always short on violent attack percent runes that have any useful substats. This has 2 good substats. I mean, if it rolls double speed, obviously it's great for a speed nuker. You could even gem on a crit rate or crit damage. If it rolls into HP, it's good for anybody who needs a little bit more sustain. Whew, what a great rune to start off with. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for speed runes. And those are minimum rolls, definitely on minimum rolls. I would get rid of them regardless. Wow. Wow, I wish I had speed. Okay, so if it rolls HP and resistance, it could be a good raid guy. Rolls HP and accuracy, it could be something else good. Well, I'm going to keep it. Obviously, it's violent. Now, something else I didn't mention is that, you know, I've fallen into the trap a little bit, and the trap is basically that you're wanting to keep all your legendary runes because of reappraisal. And that's just not going to work out. You can't keep that many. The fact is that you want to spend your reappraisal stones on things that are important, like violet runes, right? Alright, so this brings up an interesting point. Let's talk the math behind purple 6 stars. Alright. To slow it up 1 to a 5-star to purple status to make one that's triple rolled into max speed, okay? Which would give us 20 speed. Obviously good. It's going to take 281 runes on average, and you'll get 1. Okay, if you it's doing the same thing. If it doesn't roll max, you sell. You roll max, you sell. You max, you sell. Okay, and it'll also cost you 2.2 million mana. So essentially, to get 1 20 speed rune, 1 19 and 118. If I'm doing this, okay, you will also get like 6 15s. Okay, it'll cost you 10 times, no, 11 times, almost 12 times what it costs to get 113, 14, and 15. Now you do get 6s out of them, so you got 6 15s that you get out. So that's obviously a bonus. Okay, so what we're saying is we need to keep it. Okay, now you just gotta be aware that these things cost mana, quite a bit of mana. So what you want to do is, depends on your mana, change what you want to keep. This is a violent rune, which means my standards are lower. I'm willing to spend more mana to up the violent runes than I am the other runes. So even this only starts as a +5 base, and it has 2 crappy flat subs. I'm willing to keep this to try and roll it. Okay, and as a 6-star, still 281 runes, and cost me basically almost 3 million mana to get out one max roll. Of course, if I rolled max roll and started max roll, if this one doesn't, right, I'd have a 24 speed rune. You could easily grind that. Well, easily, but you know as well as I, violent speed runes are grindstones are pretty hard to come by. But I consider that well worth the investment. That would be one of my fastest runs. So obviously, I should keep this because, yeah, I want more speed improvements. Okay. Now, if this was a different rune type, I might decide not to keep it. For instance, if it dropped as an endure type, I might decide not to keep it. This is a flat stat 5-star. If this was a slot 3, you could consider keeping it. You can't roll attack subs on there, you know, for a raid, because it rolled max for 5-star in HP and defense. But you only need so many raid runes. It's something to think about. I think I keep too many, and that's a problem. This is a minimum roll and a minimum roll. I am not going to keep that. Now, I know that because I've looked at my violent runes and I'm like, I should sell off a few of these attacker runes that I don't need. I have like 6 or 7 violent attacker runes that slot 1 that I don't need. So I'm probably going to sell off a few of the ones I don't need. So I definitely don't need this one because I'm going to sell off a few. Now, if there were max rolls, it would be a different story. I might keep it. I want to see what it rolls into +3, rolls max again. You know, you can get a nice 18 crit rate on slot 1. Yeah, okay, I could keep that. But I have mid-lane rolls already. I don't need more mid-lane rolls. Okay, I don't really want to up this. This is nice if it rolls into that twice, but you lose out on a lot of attack, and I don't like that. Generally speaking, I don't like keeping those on anything. Again, that's kind of useless. Not what we're looking for. We're looking for speed. As you could tell, to get 36 runes that are maximum speed substat, okay, is not going to be easy. Alright? We've crafted a number of runes so far, and yeah, they haven't occurred. So, that's another stuff. So, what I'm saying is that you have to think about if you want to expand your reach. Wow. So 2 legendary violent runes so far. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, this one also has no speed sub. So really, again, we're hoping to roll like accuracy and HP, or HP and resistance. I suppose attack and HP rolled together wouldn't be too bad. Could put it on like Anvil. Yeah, actually, that's probably one of the better uses of it because she could use a little bit of accuracy, but doesn't need a lot. And she can use a little bit of resistance, but doesn't need a lot. Fortunately, no speed again, but yeah, okay. That one has more potential than the other one because it could also add to my Anvil. Except that Anvil's not in this account. Oh my god, guys. I pulled a second Anvil. Like, really? Really? Okay, so this rune. This rune kind of falls into the same role as the last one, except that it's basically for only, it's got to be a pretty focused. If it doesn't, it's the first time, it needs to roll really into HP or attack percent for me to keep it. and then it's going to need to roll that into that again. And that'll mean it'll kind of concentrate my mana a little bit more. I won't have to, I'm not going to +9 this if it rolls into 2 different subs, essentially. So if I've got a 20 attack or a 20 HP, definitely that's going to be a keeper. But if it rolls in like crit damage, I mean, I'll probably even just sell it right there. I'll take a look at my other runes first and see if I have anything in that category if it rolls into crit damage. Nope. Before I even see the stats, nope. Nope. Looks like I'm going to be running out of green pieces pretty fast here. So as you can tell, max speed rolls are not easy to come by. In the first place, and we're not holding on to enough of them for sure. Okay. So I can make 11 more, and then maybe on to some will. So of course, it's the first one with speed, right? 3 though, 3. That's really impressive. Now, I have heard that these are great runes to up for your world boss monsters. Okay. I haven't really had enough mana to try and want to up these for world boss monsters, but I'm going to keep it because of that. Now, keep in mind that to up this thing to +15 for a world boss monster will cost you on average almost 3 million mana. Yeah, so that's a pretty big investment of mana for one rune that you're never going to use except for world boss. Well, that's why I have my doubts whether it's pretty efficient or not. I mean, you might get a few more crystals a week if you can score really high on the world boss, but this is a really large investment of mana to make something that's not usable at all. Now, having said that, I do have a 28 speed rune, and I do have a 27 speed rune on the other account. I mean, potentially it could roll speed all 4 times and actually be useful on Bernard. But I'll bet you money that it's not going to do that. Okay, guys? I'll go ahead and keep it because, you know, one day in the future I might have all that mana floating around, but not today. Alright, so that's a sell. Wow. Wow, so 4. Well, obviously I'm going to keep this. If nothing else, this would be a rune I might reappraise, hoping to get, you know, some good speed on here, even if it doesn't roll good just initially. I mean, as a support stats, it doesn't have any, okay? But if it rolled all attack, and of course we don't have an animal here, right? But if Minyang or Wahi could also use things like this, give them a little more HP, a lot more attack. So it needs to be pretty focused if I want to keep it versus reappraise it. But hey, obviously we're going to keep it. It's violent HP percent, and it's legendary 6-star. I mean, come on. I'm stunned, okay, that I've gotten this many, and like no max speed 5-star runes. I'm looking, you know, for max speed 5-star runes. Like all I get is legendary 6 stars. I'm not keeping that. Again, really would like a speed sub, but if it rolled all attack, be good for one of those few units. Or if it rolled all crit rate, maybe Kuman, it could be useful for, or those style units, depending on what kind of run set you want to put on them. Kind of support monster that can actually do reasonable damage. You know, you could increase the damage by crit rate. It's not an amazing rune, but okay. There goes all my mana. I haven't even found any speed runes up. Oh my gosh. Like, seriously. I only got a few crafts left. Alright, so I'm keeping this one. I've got one or two. I forget. I do have that purple speed rune. But other than that, it's just like one or two. Wow. Who knows that contest would be so jippy on those and be handing out those legendary 6-star runes. Okay, so let's take a look at my will runes. And I can craft a few will runes. Not too many. Obviously that's a sell. Now, I'd like to say that I could keep just trying to get speed on it, but I don't like keeping. I think you just give up a lot here when you do this. The 135s is what I'm really looking for. Oh. To be honest, if it was HP percent, I would definitely consider this a lot more. I could use it on Orion. But since it's defense percent, I think I'm going to sell it because I really need HP more on Orion than I need defense percent. Alternatively, if this had an accuracy rune, accuracy sub, or an HP sub already, that might weigh me more into going to keep it. And maybe I'm just being too picky because I need more speed subs, and I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know. Okay, so really and truthfully, minimum crit rate roll needs to roll crit rate, preferably max, twice. Well, of course, that's good to keep it. I mean, to roll that is only a 1 in 6 chance. But 1 in 6 is a pretty good odd, and it's the same thing as upping one rune so that's only going to cost me about 17,000 mana on average. And it's just like I didn't get this rune at all. It's basically going to be a wash. So I can go ahead and keep that. Okay, I'll check that out later, see how it rolls. Now, on things that are crit rate, you can be afford to be very picky. There are very few monsters that you're probably going to want to run a roll crit rate. And the reason is because as you get later in the game, you can go ahead and you can put 100% crit rate without crit rate runs on people. So the only time that you're going to, especially on your damage dealers, so the only time you're going to want crit rate is things that also require, say, a lot of HP and speed, but not so much attacking subs. So, like, you know, things like a Vertihil, or maybe needs a lot of accuracy. Something else requires a lot of other subs. A Varus, the Dark Griffin, those kind of units that require high crit rate and high accuracy, and high speed, because you want to rock more. So, yeah. And that's going to sell. Wish that was a slot 5. So just to complete off all the numbers here, I went ahead and ran all the numbers, and I think you'll like this number, okay? So to get 30 speed legendary rune on average, This number is pretty high, guys. You're going to need an average of 20,736 runes on average to get 130. And that's, of course, 6-star legendary speed. Of course, same amount of runes if you do 5-star legendary. Okay. For 5-star legendary, to up all those runes up to plus 12 will cost you basically 101 million mana. And YCV thought he had a lot of mana, at 30 million. Okay? But to up 6 stars, it'll basically run you 150 million mana. So as you can tell, okay, you'll be able to get, on average, 80 24 speed runes from upping purples. For about 1 rune, that's 30 at legendary. Now, you're going to get other things. Obviously, we go for legendaries, it's so rare. But this number really explains the number of runes required for an average to get this. This explains why it is so rare. It requires an average of almost 21,000 runes to get 1 plus 30. That also explains where all my mana goes, 148 million. Anyway, guys, so that's what the video is, and I hope you learned something. Where I'm going to be spreading out and keeping more violent speed runes, and then I'm going to trade off the mana that you require that by saving a few runes that are marginal or have low chances of being useful, and putting them in storage on 4-star monsters. So I hope you got some ideas of what you might need to do out of this video. And this is Cole, signing out.